My name is Bishop Kenya M.Loltome, United States of Kenya Republic Presidential Aspirant, come 2022, God willing, Allah. Or here we are in, in the Bible. And, I said actually, I am actually United States of Kenya Republic Presidential Aspirant, come 2022 in that case, repeatedly again. And I'm also lecturer clergy, what we mean by lecturer clergy is a professors in theology, experts. And I'm expert, in both books, that is actually the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible, New International Version Bible and the Holy Quran. These books are God's sacred books. And all the, prophets found in these books are also godly prophets. They are representing God, Allah, in that case. So, and all prophets are, true prophets, including, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So, read both of these books if you want to know the truth about God, and your life will be not the same. It will change, obviously, both spiritually and physically and socially. You will be the best human being living on this planet Earth. If you follow these both books, the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible. This one is mine. I used to teach both theologies, colleges, I've taught so many of them. African Land Church beside the Bible College in Narok, County Government, Covenant College of Mission International, Narok County Government, and also secular, including secular, paramilitary, general service unit, as a civilian, instructor of spiritual affairs here at Mpakazi Training College for 12 years. And the soldiers now, we have so many of them, pastors, reverend, bishops, and imams, as actually teachers, functionaries in both churches and also mosques. I've taught them, many of them. So our topic today, we are going to read actually the topic concerning someone taking his own life. A king of Israel called Saul takes his own life. Okay, that is the topic. And the text is actually 1Samuel 31, chapter 31, verse 1 to 6. Why a king decided to take his own life? A man who is surrounded by all arms of, government, security, very wealthy man, with many children, with many wives, with many everything in this world. Why did this person took his life? A king of Israel, 9,000, spiritual report, 931 years ago, before Christ, which is about 29, and 29 years, 2,900, and 52 years ago, 931 before 31 years before Christ, which is 2,952 years ago, and it's still applicable. There are many leaders who have killed themselves, even nowadays, in this 21st century, AD 2021. Why did this man decided to take his life? I'm going to explain briefly. So Saul takes his life. In that case, the Bible reads like this in 1Samuel 1 to 6. Now the Philistines fought against Israel. The Israelites fled before them, and many fell slain on Mount Gilboa. Okay? Gilboa. Verse 2, the Philistines pressed hard on Saul and King Saul and his sons, and they killed his sons, Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua. And verse 3, the fighting grew fierce around Saul, King Saul that is, and when his archers overtook him, they wounded him critically. And for Saul, King Saul that is, said to his armor bearer, draw your sword and, run me through, or these uncircumcised fellows will come and run me through and abuse me. But his armor bearer was terrified and could not do it. So King Saul took his own sword and fell on it. Verse 5, that is committing suicide. Okay, the king committed suicide. When the armorer saw that King Saul was dead, he too fell on his sword and died with him. Two people committed suicide, even his, we call it aide or army bearer. So Saul and his 3 sons and his armor bearer and all his men died together that same day. The wages of sin is death in Romans 6:23. That is actually what the Bible says in the New Testament. The king of Israel decided to take lives together with the aides, the bodyguard in that case, and they are all gone, and his also 3 sons are all gone, okay, when they are defeated by the Philistines, okay, of that time, which we call them, the enemies of Israel during that time, 2,952 years ago. The whole lot of human beings are gone because of what? Because they are felt that they are defeated. And why these people have died, actually King Saul actually messed up also. In his leadership, the man became actually not God-obedient fellow. And that is why later on God also appointed King Saul, David, to rule Israel, because this man has messed up. And he has gone with so many human beings. Okay? Because of sinfulness nature. The king decided to take his life out of this planet Earth because of sins. Why? Because the wages of sin is death. Not only that King Saul is the one who have died, there are so many leaders in the Bible reported who have committed suicide and died actually a very terrible death. One of them, if you read Judges 9:34, you will get somebody called Abimelech. He's also a leader. Or Samson, if you read actually Judges chapter 16, verse 30, Samson also decided to take his life when he was defeated by Philistine. He's also an Israelite. Another one is called Abithophel. In 2 Samuel 17:23, he took his life. Another one is also Simri, is a king, or is also a leader, in 1 Kings 16:18. All these people ended up in life, in death. Suicidal kind of death. Okay? Because of what? Sins, and the wages of sin is death. In Romans 6:23. What is death actually? We normally refer that as separation of the normal body. This is now the body, the fleshly body of mine, plus my psyche, we call it psychology, or mind, which we call it soul in English, or nafsi in Swahili, where my knowledge is intellect. In this body of mine, I have the normal body here. I have also the spirit, that's why I'm speaking. The spirit, we call it Nemo in theology. And also we have now actually the mind, which is the knowledge, the storage chamber. 3 parts in the human body. One part, which we normally say we are looking like God image. One, I said it is intellect, intellectuality. We are knowledgeable, we are not like animals, which cannot, reason and help themselves in many ways. We have intellect. We are also emotional beings, whereby I can be hungered or become happy. And also thirdly, I am also, a rational, human being, which can make a decision will. I can make a decision to choose good or bad things in my life. And also, we have that in those 3 chambers, we have now the body, which is this body now with the flesh and bones and blood, okay? And then we have also knowledge, which we call it actually soul in theology. The storage chamber again, body, soul, which is actually the storage chamber of, of my thinking, my intellect, okay, knowledge and wisdom which God has given me. And then thirdly, I said it actually, the spirit, I'm now talking, you hear me, the spirit you cannot touch. So when I die, this body remain on earth, and now these 2 things will not die. That's why the spirit of the dead people in Kenya, 2007 and 2008 and the 2017 elections, their knowledge is still there, in the storage chamber of God, alive, and their spirit, they are there, okay? It's only the body which is rotten until when actually they will be resurrected later on, when God will resurrect them, as we call it Jesus Christ. Okay, in Revelation 20, verse 11 to 15, now God now will clothe actually my knowledge, that's my soul and my spirit, okay, which is now this now breath I'm speaking, we call Nemo, okay, and then it will now be actually grafted with another new body, we say glorified body, which will live forever together with God, but this one will remain, actually this body will be just a waste. Like the same, when you plant even, maize, you will have a fresh one after the growth. So what we want to say, the wages of sin is death. In that case, without going further, and actually these leaders climatize their lives in a very suicidal kind of life, death. I mentioned several of them, that is King Saul, went with his 3 sons, okay, like Saddam Hussein of Iraq. He was cleared together with sons because of, the wages of sin. And he was actually a king. The president of Iraq, okay, was killed, okay, by his own people and by also Americans, because he has cleared so many Arabs. Kuwait nation, he has overthrown it. He has killed so many of his people, Arabs. And now the wages of sin is death. Among many other leaders in Africa, who have actually died, like even in outside countries. Idi Amin of Uganda, Zaid Barre of Somalia. Name them, there are so many of them. Okay? President Mengistu of Ethiopia, and so many others. They have died very terrible deaths in other countries. And they have been leaders. So what we want to say, King Saul actually went with so many people. He went with the 3 sons. He has killed himself. His bodyguard also killed himself. The children are, his sons are gone, and it was a very terrible death, the one we have now actually learned. And Samson also likewise, in Judges 16:30. And Abdabal in 2 Samuel 17:23. And Zimri in 1 Kings 16:18, among so many of them. What we want to say, the wages of sin is death. Why do you think, actually, the Jubilee now, our president have decided to resign. So Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta decided to resign actually on October 6, 2014, up to date, because the person he has left the office has not resigned, which is actually Dr. William Samuel Ruto, His Excellency. He has not resigned. Why did he again? Dr. Ruto is now running away from Jubilee, and he is joining now United Democratic Alliance Party, going around giving, corrupt, priests money. Cost recently has given them thousands and thousands of gods and what money. These are Muslims, clerics. Likewise, Protestants, and likewise Catholics, priests, Christians. He is dumping him a lot of money. God is not actually poor. We have poor people in Kenya. In Haggai 2, chapter 2, verse 8, silver and gold belong to God. Where are these leaders? Giving out clerics, very corrupt people like Pharisees time, who have accused Jesus Christ to die. Clerics. Why is he pumping money to give these people? And they don't even build the churches, they don't even build the mosques, they just take their money and go and use it. Simply because of what? This leader now is using his own carnality, body carnality thinking, not spiritual affairs. Another group again of 4, like Vice President, 2 of them, Mudavadi, His Excellency, Kalonzo, Musyoka, they have been Vice President. The son of Moi Gideon, Wetangula, was actually minister and is still the senator. This again they call themselves Oga. Oga meaning what? In Swahili. Kuogea ndani ya dhambi kabisa. They are just watching themselves. Inside they are, swimming in a pool of corruption. People now of this, where these leaders come from, and they want to become president, and they have been actual leaders since. Raila Odinga likewise, His Excellency. He was actually the MP of Kibera, Minister of Kenya Republic, Prime Minister 10 years during President Kibaki term. No change, people are still eating. We have so many Luo here eating actual dumpside food. Likewise, Kikuyus, well, Luyas, you know, people even from some Kalenjins. These are the leaders who are leading us since 1963 to now. Even I am myself, I am actually Samburu Maasai ethnic group. We have not actually, and personally, you will not find us eating the dumpside here in Nairobi. Close to me here, Nairobi National Government. I'm speaking from Nairobi National Government. Okay? Nairobi National Government. Mpakasi Village. Mpakasi East Constituency. We don't have personal people eating dumpside here. We have not reached that level. And I come from Marsabit County Government, the biggest in Kenya Republic. We don't have Turkana eating dumpside here food. We don't have Pokot here. We don't have Maasai Samburu ethnic group here eating those dumpsides. We don't have, you know, these people, Somalis. We don't have Borana. We don't have Burji. We don't have, call them Sakuye. We don't have Turkanas and Pokot. We are not eating these things. These are the people who are ruling us. The people are eating the dumpside here, and he was the president. His father was the president, and he's now the fourth president. Okay? Even Pokot is part of, Kalenjin. There is a part of Pokot, the pastoralists. But the rest, they are not eating this food. But some other, people like other tribes of another subgroup of Kalenjin, they are here, some of them eating these dumpsides. Luyas mainly also. Campus. They are eating this dumpside food, dirty food. Huh? And they are the one who have been leading us. Vice President, President, these people. What do I want to say? Actually, what has made those leaders to kill themselves is because of shamefulness of that nature. And what is now these people, we are trying to educate these people, is to elect people like me, pastoralists, to lead them. Otherwise, they are defeated. Their people are defeated. We have so many Kikuyus, I'm repeating. And the president, they have 3 presidents. Huh? I was told even, and we have seen it actually in the media, and it was reported one way. Even the sister of Kibaki is actually just a survivor. He's making some, baskets to survive. Real sister. Moi people, 2 president, Moi second president. I was actually Moi president, President Moi pastor. 2000 to 2002. People are dying. Those people are really eating fruits, wild fruits, up to today. And his son wants to be again the president. Gideon Kebsili Arab Moi. Okay? Likewise, Luya, the vice president, Mudavadi, people are eating dumpside. From Viga. Likewise, even Kakamega. Bungoma is there, the senator, Wetangula. People are eating dumpside all over where these people are. Okay? Ruto likewise. Many Kalenjin, and he actually has been the MP, minister, now vice president. He wants again to rule Kenya. How? Raila likewise. Luos are eating dumpside food here. They are the most poor people. Go to Kibera, where this man actually was the leader up to this day. We want a change. Okay? Otherwise, some leaders have committed suicide because they don't want to be ashamed like these ones now, who are selling, and I want to assure Kenyans, don't accept these people to come around and shit you, especially godly fearing people like imams, sheikhs, and the bishops, pastors. Don't allow these people like now the president, because now deputy president is no longer deputy president. He was given that office of presidency officially on October 6, 2014, and he's still the president. Okay? And he decided now to run out to United Democratic Party Alliance Party, saying that I am not a Jubilee member. Deputy actually Dr. Ruto, who is actually His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, he is denying being Jubilee. Why? And he's earning money from Jubilee, actually. What do I want to say? We don't those kind of leaders who can shit, Kenyans. They must actually go and stay and wait the next government to answer some few things. Okay? Why are they not giving up to annual development report to all Kenyans? Together with their leaders, like their members of parliament, 290 elected, plus the rest of other nominated, 416 senators, 47 of them, plus those nominated, 67 of them, plus women representative for 7 of them, plus, call them, members of county assemblies, to 1,450, those are duly nominated, okay, but they are elected, but so many of them nominated, okay. We want actually these leaders to prepare themselves, because if I will be the 6th president of Kenya Republic, because Dr. Ruto now is the 5th one, and Uhuru Muigai is the 4th, they will answer our development annual money reports. Because we don't see this money being what they are doing with our money. And we want them also to leave Nairobi and go to their respective areas whereby they have been elected. Not to come and stay here in Nyayo estates, NSSF, National Social Security Funds, houses built by Moi long time ago. And now the government is selling them. These leaders are selling them. To themselves also they are selling. They are buying. They are buying Nyayo here, in Mpakasi village. There's also another one called here, Nairobi Airport, services. It used to be actually government. Yeah? Now we are told also, now it is now under, the son of Moi, Gideon Moi. Now the name is changed. It is called Airview here. Next to me, 2 meters, 3 meters, almost 10 meters away from me. Together with another person called also the late Dr. Njoroge Mungai, the late President Musa Jomo Kenyatta, doctor. They are the one who are now buying, they have now an estate here in Mpakasi village. Okay? The people are buying. Okay? Plus who? GK Kulei. Here. Now they actually, I am seeing very close to me. Now these human beings actually, among many others, they are now grabbing the land. That's why even Dr. Ruto now was stopped actually from actually grabbing the whole of Utawala. Okay? Well, the whole of it, and it was stopped recently. Among other places also, where the Western Hotel is situated, is a government land. And it's next again, Gideon Moi. The same land, but they are not mentioning it. Gideon Moi, the son of Moi. They have grabbed all of Nairobi, these leaders. And now people are missing where to stay. Okay? So we want actually a government which is actually looking at the welfare of people who are from village level, ward level governments, sub-county government levels, county government constituency levels, and national level, actually. Not to come now, they're starting grabbing the land, the Kenya, I don't know even the next president what he's going to do. I know what I'm going to do if I will be elected. They will forfeit all the lands of Kenya Republic, including this one called Nairobi Airport. Those people now prepared here who are taking Nyayo State, they will prepare to leave. Because this place will be a government place. The soldiers, we have here so many Mpakasi village police, they have no place to live. The other place now is just like a house set. This one Mpakasi go to Tasia. The police line, it is in ruins. It's just Maasai cows are grazing. People, some of these soldiers are living in, what we call it, containers. Even in Mpakasi village here, the soldiers are living in, it's just like, everywhere. I've been to even the county convention office, Coyote. It is like in ruins, Maasai cows are just grazing inside. It's just, it doesn't look like, and it's part of, people are saying it's part of, Kibaki, the third president, farm. Okay? Some of the officers are in containers. What do I want to say? We don't want such kind of a government of that nature. And this leader must prepare those who are in Nyayo Estate here. Be you a senator, be you a minister, prepare to leave these places, because this will be the police lines, army, security, teachers, call them agriculturalists. These people will live in these houses and they will not destroy them. They will live as it is, because these are government money they have now taken to build again now estate here. And we have so many others full of rats, and we are seeing some few, Indians. I don't know what they are doing with it. Whether they are saying the government has told us to build and now it is ours. They are also selling. And so around here in Mpakasi village, when the rest of other people have no place to stay, they are in, on the streets. There are so many Indians around here. They call themselves Indians. Okay? And they said this estate is mine, and and they are taking the government lands. They will prepare to leave. These houses, we are going to stay ourselves who are poor. I'm living in house 138, built by Queen Elizabeth in 1956. Okay? And we have renovated in ruins because it was built long time ago. But the blocks and the tiles are very excellent. Recently, we have refused the government to come and destroy. Recently, they want again to come and destroy. These leaders now in the place so that they will build again the estate and then sell to people like now what they are doing now to this one next to me here, Nairobi airport, services. Nairobi airport is what? Is it Kenya government property? These people we don't even, they have taken probably even national Kenyatta international airport. It is theirs maybe. We don't know. Because that's what we are seeing now, clearly. They must prepare to leave actually, whoever is actually in Nyayo, in this Nairobi, in this airfield, which is a government land. Prepare yourself to go and claim your money because you will leave this place. If I will win to be the 6th president of Kenya Republic. The police will live in these places. And Kenya, all other security men, be it, Kenya Air Force, be it in the army, be it, Navy, all army, they will live in these houses and the KWS, soldiers, among others. And the educationalists, teachers, they will have this house and they will live freely because the government workers will not pay anything in government houses. And these are government houses. Nyayo, prepare yourself if you are living this place to live. Because it will be meant for these people of government, these government homes. They will stay. So what we want to say, remember May 22 as your 50th president to save you from these monsters. Okay? Which of course, they are actually grabbing the land of Kenya. They are actually oppressing, poor people like us in these villages. Okay? Terribly. They want also to confuse even corrupt clerics, or we call spiritual leaders. They are trying to bribe them, and God is there to be bribed. You can't bribe God according to the Bible. Okay? All silver and gold belong to God. So even may all Christians and all Muslims remove these sexually corrupted priests so that God can even stop his anger against this country called Kenya, okay, and others, actually to stop even COVID-19, because these people now, they are now these leaders, Ruto and many other, these rich, wealthy politicians, Raila, Mudavadi, Kalonzo, Wetangula, Gideon Moi, they are pumping money to these spiritual places of worship, and using corrupted, terrible leaders. And that's why now COVID-19 is actually escalating in a very terrible way. Okay? Because you cannot bribe God. There's people that are looking forth, in cost mosques, in churches, in all over the country for 7 federal state county government, 290 constituencies. Every Sunday, 1,450 wards assemblies. Every Sunday, they have to go and gather, where there is funerals, where the people are gathering with so many, places of worship. They go there and pump money, and they give these corrupted, priests. Remove all imams. All corrupt imams and checks must go out of mosques, and all Christian churches, those corrupt leaders, be you bishop, be you reverend, be you a pastor, to be removed actually to heal this country. We don't want these people who are bribed. We want spiritual leaders who are going to be, that they will be depending upon God. For God to heal the land, okay? In Psalms 103 verse 3. And also spiritually, God to heal this land of Kenya, and socially and physically. Otherwise, remember me 2022 as your 6th president, okay? Professor M.Loltome, okay? Of, both books. Okay, and here they are. Read these books and actually meditate in your life, in that case, day and night, in your thinking, in your prayers. Okay, both of these books say, actually are speaking even when you go to places of worship. Remove your shoes, okay, because the shoes carries a lot of dust. And also, go to all Moses likewise. Remove your shoes, okay. If you And if you, then because we have so many proud people don't want to remove it, then remove actually that kind of pride, pomp of pride from your life, then that case. Okay? But actually, these books are actually telling you to remove their shoes. Moses was told to remove his own sandals, shoes. And likewise, some Christian churches now are practicing that. Muslims are practicing that. Okay? We need to respect these both books, what they are saying, and put into practice what actually both of these books speaks about. God. Okay? And I will respect the prophets. Those who have God, and also those who are living like me now in Kenya Republic. Okay? Otherwise, and remember me 2022 as you are the sixth president, because I'm a God-fearing person, highly, and I'm going to focus on human welfare. There will be no human who will be oppressed in Kenya. Be you a Kenyan citizen, be you from other nationalities, we will treat you equally, even from other nations. And if they want to live in Kenya, they are free to do so. Remember me 22 as your fifth president to save you from all calamities by God's grace, both spiritually, socially, and physically. Come 2022. May God bless you. Amen.